Hello and welcome back to Unity of Command, and this time we're going to do Astrakhan. And yeah, let's take a look at the briefing. September the 30th, 1942. Germans dispatch a mobile group from Stalingrad to Astrakhan on the Volga. Remnants of Soviet divisions gathering in that area must be prevented from becoming a renewed threat to the eastern flank of invading Axis forces. Yeah, and this is actually one of my most favorite scenarios, and that's because it shows off why Unity of Command is such a good game. So better strategic and tactical decisions on this one immediately lead to better results, and we're obviously going to take a look at that. And it's not that easy. I did this one a few minutes ago and, well, suffered a major defeat, but this time we're going to, well, make amends for that. And let's take a look at the features of this map. Your only target, Astrakhan, you will have to take it on turn 5, is out of supply range. So you can increase the supply range of your source by 2 each turn, but that's not going to help you because there's desert in the way and you're not going to reach here. You have supply drops. That means, well, if you supply those 2 units alternating, then you keep them in supply. So 2 quick units can go to Astrakhan, and in theory 2 are enough to take it, but like we saw last time, it's not guaranteed because sometimes they just go for it. It was really crazy. They attacked, disbanded the unit, attacked, disbanded the next unit because it was in the way until the tank was destroyed, and then there's no way to do it. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen again. It's actually the first time I saw that behavior, and the tank wasn't even that damaged. Only one strength point was suppressed, but it can happen. So what you want to do is move another quick unit as far as possible so it's barely in supply, and then in the last movement hop in and join the attack. Didn't help us last time because 1 tank got destroyed, but this time we're going to make it better. So 2 quick units, move them in as far as you can. Just like that. Keep all the units resupplied. Then we'll go for the, well, Soviet supply here in the north. Move the Romanians out of the way. Just attack it a little bit, and now they actually withdrew, but yeah, it's not, well, let's see, not really essential that you go after it because, yeah, you can't really destroy it, and I prefer to stay in a defensive position. We'll poke here and, well, then keep ourselves defended. That's all we can do. Dig in the Romanians. And this Romanian unit, I like to move on this spot because now our flank is open. That invites the Russians to try to outflank here, but I don't care if they take the bridge because we don't need to supply this road here. It's basically worthless for our side, and mobile threatens them, so they most likely move units downwards, so they don't want to get encircled. But, well, this Romanian infantry actually isn't that much of a threat, but, well, if they see it that way, that's okay. See, they do it. They move downwards. They will try to take out the Romanians. They are digged in a little bit, so hopefully they can. Very bad rules, but it actually doesn't matter. So what next we want to do is move a unit adjacent to the bridge, because the Soviet supply source is here and we have to cut off the supply line here, otherwise we have to starve this lot, otherwise 2 units are not able to take the city. Then attack before you resupply, because if you get suppression you can replenish it. And well, don't get tempted to attack this cavalry unit, just close up. That's a sound strategy. You have 2 units in enemy territory, so what you want to do is keep them together. If they get separated, very bad obviously, so don't get tempted to do any sneaky attacks here. Keep resupplied. Try to do some damage that worked, and next time we're going, well, basically on turn 3 you have to cut off the supply. Then, just that we don't forget, reinforce there. Move forward. Try to, well, do some damage here. And then cut off the supply. Well, doesn't have to be like that. I think that should already... actually, I'm not sure. I guess that should do it. And maybe they're going to try to cut through here, and that's another distraction, so that's it. We will... Well, last time I made the mistake to expose my flank too much, and then they broke through and took my supply. But pushing through 2 units, that's actually very unlikely. So guard the bridge here. And, well, just put more units in their way. That's what we are going to do here. Just to bolster the defense of the supply source. Then we will move in the Romanians just to threaten to link up here and encircle them. Most likely we are getting a response out of them. So, that's it. Let's end the turn. And they're starting to get out of supply, at least. It wasn't enough to get those out of supply. And I don't know what they're doing now. But that's okay. I never saw that happen either. So it's... well... the Russian behavior sometimes is a little bit erratic. Try to open up our supply line here, because, well, remember we wanted to put a unit forward in order to be able to leapfrog into enemy territory here. And actually in that case we are going to put 2 units here to the front and, well, try to keep them, so, well, actually, just because we can weaken them a little bit and move away. So this way we are guarding our supply corridor here. That's the most important thing to do. Just move up, guard the well, no, actually, we still have to take the supply source. Now it's captured, and, well, just defend here to keep open our supply source. Then we will resupply our tank, and this time, well, hopefully capture all we need. Yeah, that worked out brilliantly. It's turn 3. We have cut the supply line here. Those now will all be out of supply, and we are already adjacent to the city. So we have 2 turns to do our attacks on this NKVD unit, and hopefully that's enough to destroy them. And we have 2 units in range that can leapfrog into support. So very confident now we are going to do it. Let's end the turn. And once again, they will try to destroy the tank. But this time they didn't manage to do it. And absolutely not sure what they're going to do down here. But, well, if they like to do it, that's okay. We'll catch up, follow them downwards. Maybe, well, let's see, already go over and threaten the next supply source. And then we'll take a close look. How far can we go? I think here is a good spot. We will be still in supply and are in range to attack next turn. And here, yeah, perfect. And we can do some attacks here just because we can and weaken them. Then we'll resupply, attack, and what I like to do is attack first and hopefully de-entrench them. Well, no, didn't work. Move forward. And that's not good. That's the problem, because he's damaged, so he has not full power anymore. But we'll definitely keep them, well, keep our, well, next turn, it's already turn 5, so another mistake, should have moved him in, but we can move this tank. Maybe he will be in range too. Because on turn 5 we already have to take the target. So, well, not too sure if we're going to make it. This tank is simply a little bit too damaged, but I don't fancy attacking here because, yeah. Let's actually try to weaken the defenses here so that maybe the tank can go through. Let's end the turn. Now they are completely out of supply. And it should be a lot easier to, well, get them. Destroy and destroy units. Supply the tank and hopefully, yeah, now this tank can go in and help. It's breached, perfect, now we can use our Air Force. That's done, perfect. Move back, nope. Don't want to get it stopped by zone of control. Move in, attack, getting the overrun. Just because we... God damn it, I hate this mistake. But it didn't cost us the victory. So, just because we can harass them a little bit. Retake Alista. And they would be doomed next turn. So, let's go in. And we did it. It was a little bit messy, but I hope you get the idea how it's done. Ideally, we should have moved this one a little bit further so it could have attacked a little bit more, but those two units are very helpful to support. Position them on turn 3 so that they are fully supplied. Go in on turn 4 and attack on turn 5 with all 4 of them. And that way it's very easy to take Astrakhan if everything works out. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Bye.